네가 바깥 출입이 잦더니.
My name is Michael Straight.
And since all men are subject to temptation and error, we pray that we, together with him...
Is it true they have us surrounded?
They do not have us surrounded. They do have us unsettled only because of...
But Kim, you should be aware, because I believe this will be your first disciplinary hearing, the Bar Association standard of proof is far more lenient than what you're used to.
Run together?
Yes, but their partnership was a tenuous one. She was a...
If you think about Hitler's long-term plan, it is to consolidate his position on the European continent, defeat...
You're so jacked.
When he was 14, someone told him that exercise alleviated anxiety. He started doing push-ups and basically never stopped.
We tend to remember the central aspects, so our attention kind of zooms in on the core of that experience, so we might forget some of the peripheral details.
Muscles. This is going to be detrimental to your basketball game. So like, I don't care, it goes baseball, I'm all in.
And injured this week. Only the most foolish and the most callous would not understand the grief that has really gripped our people and millions across the world.
Knowing that Pearl Harbor was impervious to torpedoes, in the weeks leading up to the attack, the Japanese had come up with an ingenious solution.
Remind me again what that is? You go out and you say yes to everything all night. There's no until it's over.
Sounds lengthy.
It was once a fertile world. Now it is barren.
The statement deliberately makes no mention of the Emperor. By hinting that the Emperor can stay, the Allies leave the Japanese with a face-saving path to surrender.
But as the star becomes bigger and brighter, it also becomes more volatile.
It sounds innocuous, and it's built on a lie. It's built on the lie of massive, rampant voter fraud.
A Los Angeles man today charged with voter fraud.
Voter fraud. Voter fraud.
Voter fraud.
Voter fraud.
Voter fraud.
Why not? Because he's a full-fledged attorney and she's a third-year law student. He gets flushed.
I always have, and this is going to eat me up inside forever. You might be able to shrug this off and forget about it, but I never will.
Neither one of them is powerful enough to outmaneuver the other, so they join together and create the provisional government, a temporary government that's meant...
And then, when it's finished, I would invite people to my home, and if I was shy when I played it, if I was tentative, I knew it wasn't good.
Basketball? I haven't even thought about basketball. I didn't even think about basketball before all this happened, so right now, everything's tentative for my schedule from this point on.
It was always my ambition to be a lawyer. I think that people regard me as a very meticulous and aggressive cross-examiner.
But as her brother takes the throne, she begins to manipulate members of the Senate, looking for ways to regain her power.
Tricks of my trade. Pedestrian form of legerdemain mastered by any number of experienced outlaws.
But beyond his decades of defense work, Lowell also became a prolific inventor. Today he holds more patents than Thomas Edison.
Grace, I think there was always a spark between you and I.
Maybe, but given my recent history, I'm a little risk-averse.
I love taking risks.
Task force. However, per our contracts, we were supposed to adhere to our schedule, and
over the occasion, the American people and their press have warmed to the couple, enchanted by the natural display of charm and friendliness.
As robots get smarter, faster, stronger, they improve our lives. But will they make humanity redundant?
To pin down. Re-elected in late '44 as president for an unprecedented fourth term, Roosevelt is seen as indispensable to U.S. war strategy.
Yes. Okay, Let's write these down. We got plenty of time left. We can get back on track.
500 degrees. Even if the fire department shows up early and starts spraying water, they'll just aggravate the flames.
If you think about Hitler's long-term plan, it is to consolidate his position on the European continent, defeat the Western